We're all soldiers now.
Hey, how's it going guys? Chris here, and today I'll be kicking off a brand new set of videos going over the heroes in Overwatch, giving you a more in-depth look at the characters' weapons and abilities, and how to use them effectively. The first hero that I'll be going over in this video is the military-styled Soldier 76. He's got a difficulty rating of 1 star, so he's a great pick for beginners, plus he's also the first character that you'll get to play as in the tutorial. So, Soldier 76 is a vigilante that wages his very own personal war to expose the truth behind Overwatch's collapse. He'll stop at nothing to find who was responsible for the fall of Overwatch and give them what they deserve. He's an offensive hero, meaning that his main job is to push the objective and generally attack the opposing team. You'll have 200 health, no armor and no shield, so health wise, you'll be on par with some of the other offensive characters like Genji, Pharah and McCree. You'll also have a fairly average amount of health across the board. Anyway, moving on to the weapons and abilities. First and foremost, Soldier 76's weapon of choice is a highly advanced heavy pulse rifle which was originally developed by Overwatch, but stolen by Soldier 76 at a former base. It's got a magazine size of 25 rounds, and once you fire them all off, you'll then need to reload the gun, taking roughly about 1.5 seconds, before you'll be able to fire again. The rifle fires about 10 bullets per second, and each of those bullets are going to do about 17 damage. Though this will fall off slightly over longer ranges, becoming slightly less effective. We can also see that the gun gives us a visual aid on the back just behind the sights, giving us some direct feedback on how many bullets are left in the clip. And this can be pretty useful as a quick indication for when you'll need to reload, as the bullet counter will be blue when there's plenty of rounds left, and orange when the rifle is low on ammo, and when you might have to consider switching over those mags. The gun will lose accuracy over time as it's fired, so I'd suggest shooting the rifle in short bursts when taking on players at longer ranges to stay accurate and to ensure more of those shots are going to hit your target. Now, other than firing off bullets and doing all those typical things a heavy pulse rifle would do, it also has another function to deal the damage and dish out the pain. You'll be able to fire off 3 little Helix Rockets that spiral out from the rifle in a single burst. The rockets deal a very high amount of damage of 120 if they hit another player directly, but they also have some pretty generous splash damage that can reach figures of up to 80, though you will have to take into account that the splash damage from the rockets can take away some of your own health, so don't go shooting it at your feet, as you might regret it. The explosion from the rockets have a slight knockback effect, so this is going to push your enemies a bit, putting their aim off in the process, and if you're lucky, it can even knock enemies off ledges, making them fall to their deaths. The radius of the splash damage isn't huge, so it's best using the Helix Rockets to directly impact an opponent rather than relying on the splash damage to do all the work for you. And this means that you're going to need to time those rockets correctly and land them on target to maximise your damage output. The Helix Rockets have around about 8 seconds of cooldown time, so you can't spam them and blow everyone to pieces, forcing you to use the rockets more carefully and tactically. So other than the heavy pulse rifle, Soldier 76 also has access to a very advanced and highly specialised method of travelling around, and this is called sprinting. Unlike other heroes, you'll be able to run, and this might not sound like the most amazing thing in the universe, but you'll be surprised how great it is being able to dash around, getting to objectives, evading enemies, and being able to move slightly quicker. Holding down that sprint button lets you run forwards 50% quicker than before, though this will be interrupted whenever you use an ability. Being an offensive character, this is a good one to allow you to rush the objectives and get there quicker. It can also get you out of some sticky situations when you're low on health and need to replenish. Speaking of replenishing health, you'll also have your very own Biotic Field device. Although Soldier 76 is an offensive hero, you'll be able to heal yourself and teammates. The Biotic Field is a little gadget that you can stick on the ground, and it'll heal yourself and allies within a small radius of the device, and this is indicated by a small yellow circle on the ground. The energy projection will restore 35 health points per second and last for a total of 5 seconds, allowing you to heal a nice amount. This is particularly useful for getting health back after an intense firefight, and it's also helpful for other teammates that are close by, who are attacking or defending an objective and need to get their health back and stay in the battle. One thing to keep in mind though is that if an object or a wall is in the middle of you and the device, you won't be able to heal. So when planting the field, make sure that you're within the glowing circle and nothing's obstructing between you and the device, as it's just not going to work. The Biotic Field also has a cooldown time of 15 seconds every time you want to use it. Anyway, saving the best till last, Soldier 76's ultimate ability pretty much allows you to aimbot. Using the tactical visor, you can lock onto your targets and gun them down with pinpoint accuracy. Your rifle will aim at the closest threat to the crosshairs and gun them down without you having to actually aim. The rifle will do all the work for you, and all you've got to do is look in the general direction of the enemy, squeeze that trigger, and watch them die. If your target manages to get away and out of line of sight, the gun will automatically switch targets to someone else, gunning them down instead as you fire it off. The tactical visor only lasts about 6 seconds, but it's a great way to wipe out multiple hostiles one after the other, and easily clear out areas from anyone in the open in line of sight. So overall, Soldier 76 is a great starting character to use. He's got a bunch of simple but effective abilities, letting you gun down your enemies with a fast firing rifle, blast them away with mini rockets, and even heal yourself and allies when you've taken loads of damage. He is a good choice to pick for engaging hostile objective points, letting you shower your enemies in bullets and heal from those wounds. The weapons and abilities on offer here are pretty standard, and they're not quite as flashy as some of the other heroes, but they all do the job and let you easily deal damage without being too overly complicated. So that's just about it for this one, guys, but do be sure to subscribe to stay updated with loads of other Overwatch guides and other stuff in the future. And hit that like button if you enjoyed the video or found it useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in that next one.